guys, welcome to another edition of Texans Unfiltered. We are blessed to be joined by Antonio Cromartie. David, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to talk with me today. I'm super excited to talk to you. I see a potential cornerback one.
Can move very well, can play man-to-man very well.
I think that he is a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes.
He does things that are so amazing, and the competitor in him is just special.
I'm excited, man, and I can't wait to get there. I think it does really fit my skill set.
All right, Brandon Dunn, welcome to Texans Unfiltered. Should we call you Brandon Dunn? Should we call you DJ Dunny? Which preference do you have?
Man, I like to be called Brandon Dunn, man. DJ Dunny's for the teammates, man. So I could like to keep that in-house a little bit. So it's
Makes
cool, though.
Makes sense. Okay, cool. So, I mean, that's the team name in the locker room for you. So you're the one that's picking the playlists. When I talked to DJ a month ago, we talked about music. We shared our love for J. Cole and talked about J. Cole for like 30 minutes. What's on the playlist, and what is Brandon Dunn listening to now?
Man, the J. Cole is really good. He just dropped 2 songs, man. It was classics. So shout out to J. Cole. But man, I've been listening to a little bit of Drake. You know, for some reason, you know, during a quarantine, you just need like a little slower vibe, just to vibe to a little bit, you know. And then for the most part, you know, working out was what you do on a daily basis. I listen to a little bit of Baby. Okay. So the Baby's good, and a little bit of Gunna. But most of the time, man, me and the boys, we listen to an artist named Money, man. So, you know, we like to toss a numerous artists around just to, you know, keep the vibe good. So everybody's listening to some different stuff.
Yeah, no, that's always good. So let me ask you this. The one player that comes to you and asks for a song to be added to the playlist that you'll tell them, no, we're not putting your music on, would be who?
Man, it has to be, man, Charles Amenahu. He just wants to listen to one guy 24/7, man, and sometimes we like to switch it up.
Yeah.
And he's that guy. He just wants to listen to one song and one artist right now, which I get it, but sometimes, you know, the mood after practice is not for that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then the Drake vibe, I mean, look, we're alone, we're isolated, you know, that's kind of fitting to the Drake vibe, right? Like that,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, isolated a little bit, you know, during the quarantine and, you know, COVID. So just some good vibes, man, just to relax in your house. You know, it's a good time listening to Drake during the quarantine.
Absolutely. All right, so a lot's going on in the world. I think it would be unfair to have the conversation that, you know, it seems teams are actually having more actively now. The country as a whole is having them. Are they having them right? You know, are they having them because they have to, or are they having them because it's the right thing? That's a different conversation. You know, the Baltimore Ravens put out a really great statement yesterday. What are the conversations that are happening in the locker room about the social injustice and the things that are happening now? You know, I know Deshaun said in the offseason he was going to have uncomfortable conversations with players to, you know, make sure that they all share the same views. What's the locker room feeling with everything that's going on?
Man, the locker room's good. Man, it's a great group of guys and diverse guys, man. Everybody's not blind and they understand what's going on in the world. And we all talk. You know, sometimes football can get, you know, just massive your attention 24/7. You just football. But, you know, in this case, it has to take a back seat, but we still have to get a job done. So, you know, it's interesting and it's good to hear other people's thoughts, you know, who are not African American. They speak out. You know, they talk about their situation they may have went through or encountered, and it's just a good time in place just to listen. You know, just to listen to certain people who have different motives in this social injustice. It's good. You know, a lot of people are not educated, so we all talk amongst each other just to help each other out because, you know, football is time consuming, and we just want to make sure that we put that amount of effort we put in football into social injustice.
Yeah, you know, we're at the point now to where talking and shirts and hashtags and things of that nature aren't enough. Like there's a lot more that needs to be done for there to be like real change. I know Kenny's been talking about it a lot. What is it like to have a player like Kenny Stills who's so passionate, who's willing to risk everything that he can to make an impact on a race that is constantly being tried and is constantly put in a situation where they are not given the equal rights that everybody else in this country is given. I mean, it's got to be something that just makes you want to run through a wall.
Yeah, man. Your blood gets boiling on certain situations, and you gotta think instead of reacting sometimes, and understanding. Education is key, man. Kenny does a great job of educating the players. Coaches involved, everybody involved, to get everybody's attention to the things that really matter, like legislation, getting laws, moved, talking to the district when it comes to police precincts and stuff. Like, he's really good and he's hands-on with a lot of stuff he's done. Obviously, we all know that. So having Kenny in the locker room was very good during this time.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so to the football stuff. Your boy DJ Reader moves on, highest paid nose tackle. Well, that was highest paid nose tackle. Then that was surpassed. And I forgot who it was that signed the contract, but it was somebody else. And moves on to Cincinnati. Here you are. You've been with the team for a long time, undrafted guy.
Yeah.
One, how does it feel to see DJ, 5th round pick, come in, be able to do the work, get to that contract, and be able to, accomplish what he's accomplished? I mean, does that fuel the fire a little bit more for you specifically? And how do you fill the role of DJ now that he's gone?
Man, first and foremost, man, we always, we friends. We develop a bond just by grinding and playing football. It's one of those bonds you only create by actually going through something. He came in, he was hungry, he was destined just like me. Everybody's route's different. So, with him getting that big payday in Cincinnati, man, he deserves it.
Yep.
He takes care of everything on and off the field. The only thing we ever wanted is the opportunity, and he made the most of it. We both did. I'm still here in Houston. That's my guy. Would love to continue my career with him, but he got to go take care of his family, and same as me. So my decision to stand here when playing was all just because I love the team. I really do love the team. Really want to win the Super Bowl here. I quote unquote, made a home here. I don't really want to say home with teams, but understanding where I came from and having that sense, a chip on my shoulder. This is a little bit okay. What I'm saying, but I'm always grinding, and my game is different from everybody else's. It's not as flashy, but I'm always gonna do my job. I'm always gonna give 110. I really just want to win the game. I like winning. I love winning. Hopefully we can bring this city a championship.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, you've been with the team for a long time now. You've developed in a way on film that I think has become more underappreciated. I don't think people realize until they throw on the All-22 what Brandon Dunn is truly capable of in the trenches. Talk a little bit about like the development you've seen from yourself over the last couple of years and kind of, what you're looking to improve on this year.
Man, as a defensive lineman, man, it's so tough to get relaxed in certain, aspects of your game, whether it's technique, your conditioning always top as first. So the main thing that I've been focusing on just my whole career is just basically it's flexibility. The more flexible you are, the more you can bend in my position, in my situation, the more explosive you are. There's certain things as a defensive lineman that you're not God-given as the next man. You just got to work on those things, and that's not meaning that you're not good enough, but or you're not qualified. You just got to keep working on the little small things, because those things are going to eventually help you make plays and help you get you some money.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All right, so your teammates, your defensive line, compadres, Charles Omenihu, Ross Blacklock. I was in a Madden league with Charles Omenihu. I don't like the way that boy plays Madden. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh.
Have you played with Charles?
Yeah, man. Charles is good competition, man. He's the new generation of Madden playing. He's just sporadic everywhere, man. It makes you just I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
He's a good player on Madden, but sometimes it makes you want to pull your hair out.
Oh, absolutely. Like, and the league we were in, he invited a couple other fans, and all the fans were so like happy that they were in the league with Charles Omenihu. They were just making these crazy trades left and right. He had like Tyreek Hill, Michael Thomas, like the team was like all A-stars. I was like, bro, just because he's an NFL player, don't give him those players, bro. Like I need a matchup against
those leads sometimes can get crazy, man. Friendships can get broken, man, because of a certain player. And then you're just trying to keep the integrity of the game and not have many superstars, but nobody cares, man. It's it's a Pro Bowl team. It's all it is.
That's it. So let's talk a little bit about Charles, because Charles is having a great training camp. Ross Blacklock coming in too. Tell me about the young guys and kind of what you can do with them to help elevate their game and help them through their Charles through his second year, Ross through his rookie year. How do you what role do you play in that part?
Man, just bringing them along, man. Just letting them fine tune their game. Chuck is a taller built man, but Chuck's very explosive. Play football, man. And it's the small things with Chuck. Everything else is what you see, is everybody else seeing. He just got to stay the pace, because he's got all the ability in the world to go make every play. It's just having somebody in his corner to just to make sure he's on the right path and understand when he's messing up, and just helping him out, man. And the Ross Blacklock is playing good. He's a rookie, man. It's tough in this day and age, in this time right now. So having me and JJ. Blackson and Carlos Watkins to help him out during this time is needed, man. He walked into a good room with a great group of guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So Anthony Weaver takes over the defense. You move on from Romeo. Romeo's still in the building, has his influence, but looks like, and it sounds like, based on the scrimmage last night, there are a lot of different things that are happening scheme-wise with this defense. Obviously, you can't give me too much, but talk a little bit about the scrimmage and what excites you the most about this defense with Anthony Weaver at the helm.
Man, he's doing the same things we've been doing. Everybody, is so excited about the guys. Is just basically going winning. Everybody last night with the scrimmage, which was good. Everybody was just winning. It was good comp on both sides of the ball. Everybody is just pushing for competition and competing with each other, because we didn't have that this summer. So it was good times, man. The defense came to play. We flew around a little bit, make some plays, but the whole team. Not only just the defense, everybody looked good.
Yeah. What excites you about this defense this year? I mean, we lost DJ, but you're here and you've developed extremely well at the nose tackle position. What excites you about this defense this year?
Man, the defense got some different characters on it. We got Lonnie. We signed Roll back. I'm excited for the DBs. We have her, Connolly. We got everybody back there. We got some good guys back there who can play ball. Mary. It's a lot of guys who fit what we do here, and they taking the opportunity. Like every opportunity they get, every play they get, and busting their tails off. And it's just good to see somebody competing and just working. In this day and age, to block out the noise and still can come in and compete during a tough time.
Yeah, absolutely. So you brought up my favorite player on the defense. I'm going to be honest, Gary Conley. He's a guy that I've watched a lot. I've watched a lot of film. This guy is in my opinion, a soon-to-be Pro Bowl All-Pro cornerback that I don't think gets any of the love that he should get. That he hasn't gotten any love, really. On the film, he's just amazing. In the Buffalo game last year, he just sparked 2 crucial PBUs in the end zone in the Buffalo game. Talk a little bit about Garyon, because I love Garyon. I think he's the best. I think he's one of the best corners in the AFC South.
Yeah, man. G plays, man. G plays good, man. Doing the trade last year's season, that's a tough time for an NFL player standpoint. Moving families and coming to a new team, learning a new system. But him being a pro, him working, just like you said, that Buffalo game, man. That's all him is pure talent, man. He can play. I think him and Lonnie, Robe, those guys out there can really make a difference for our team and help us win a championship. You might not know them, like you said. They might not get a lot of credit, but the only thing that matters is when we win as a team.
Yeah. So pass rush, we got we got Charles, we got JJ, we got Jacob Martin, Jonathan Grenard, the rookie, Carlos Watkins, Angelo Blackson, all coming back. How do you feel about the pass rush? I mean, what are your thoughts on the pass rush this year, and what are you expecting?
Man, all of those guys you name, man, you got to have pass rushes on any team in the NFL. So we got some guys who fit what we do, and everybody's got a motor. If that's one thing, I guess everybody just willing to go hunt. We practice in hot conditions. We work hard, so hopefully we get ourselves in condition. But everybody's hunting, man. It's what you like to see on any defense.
Yeah. All right. So what comes to mind when you think of Louisville?
Team or just the city?
City.
The city. And Louisville right now, man, is not doing good, but it's still home. It's a dark cloud a little bit over there because of what's going on with the Breonna Taylor situation. But hopefully the quicker we can get that handled, the quicker the city can get a little bit of sunlight on it, because it's not good. But I'm born and raised in the city. It's a great city, man. It's just a horrible situation that took place that has the whole world looking at it right now. And I just wish, certain people, have their different opinion on the city or, the situation. Just want everybody to understand, man, that it's good people who live in that city, man, and justice needs to be brought.
Yeah, no, the cops need to be arrested for the murder of Breonna Taylor. There's really no other way to say it. They need to be arrested. They need to be fired. All right, so, undrafted, and you say that you have a soft spot for undrafted players. This year from the undrafted guys, who stood out? Who have you really taken under your wing to really form a relationship and help them through that? You have the experience. You've been there. You know exactly what it looks like. Who's been the guy for you?
Man, it would be Big Z, the rookie out of West Georgia or Kennesaw State. Man, Big Z comes in, man, and he works, man. I see a lot of myself in him just because of being undrafted, not knowing, just coming every day, just ready to work. He has that about him. And then everybody's journey is different, so he doesn't have to progress overnight. He can keep learning, playing ball, because the NFL sometimes is it's all technical, it's all technique. It's about being a good football player and a good pro. And if you don't have those things, you can really get shotted away from making a team. But he's not one of those guys, man. He works, keeps his head down. He's a smart kid, good kid, man. And he's just grinding, just like everybody else on the team.
Yeah, absolutely. So I hear the little ones in the background. How many little ones you got?
I have one baby girl. She's just playing with the dogs right now, man.
How old is she?
She's 5.
Okay, so she's struggling during this quarantine.
Struggling hard, man. Got a birthday coming up, trying to figure out things and stuff like that, man. So, family man first. So trying to figure everything out during this time and still being a football player.
Yeah, absolutely. I got 3 myself, so I totally understand. All right, so before we wrap it up, I guess talk to me a little bit about the scrimmage last night. What were your biggest takeaways? And then I have a question about Deshaun, and then we'll talk about the season.
The biggest takeaways, man, was the procedures of having no fans. Very weird. We got to get used to that. They're trying to pump crowd noise. It can inside in our last night in our place was a little quiet, but it was dark. So we had music playing. So you got to focus on the game, which is going to be good. You have more focus on the game now. You don't have less distraction with the fans, but it's still very weird, man. Football's played with fans and passion and poise in the building. So it's gonna be something to get used to, most definitely. And I think that's the biggest takeaway from the scrimmage. Everybody said it, it's a little bit weird, no fans, trying to figure things out. And we're still trying to play ball at the same time. So it's gonna be a learning curve we gotta get over. Yeah.
Does the pumped in fan sound anything like having actual fans there?
Little bit, it's not bad. It's obviously it's not the most authentic sound, but it's doable. It's a little bit, you know what I'm saying, just for the situation and trying to be creative. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're a positive vibes only type of. That's our mantra. That's what we do when it comes to the Texans. We're positive vibes only. We don't like to bash the team. We like to just look at the situations and figure out what's happening, what's next, instead of just saying this is stupid or this is stupid and be lazy. Obviously, DeAndre Hopkins was traded. Let's forget about that. Great player. But you look at the weapons that Deshaun has this year. I mean, we're talking about numerous weapons throughout the entire offense, whether it's David Johnson and Duke, whether it's Brandon Cooks, Will Fuller, Randall Cobb. You look at the tight ends, who I think are the most slept on part of the offense. I love Jordan Akins. I think he's the star in the making.
Yeah.
What excites you about this offense? I mean, you get to sit there on the sideline and watch this offense go during the regular season. What's the most exciting part about it?
Man, the most exciting part, man, is to see the operation. I'm a football guy, X's and O's, seeing things unfold from the practice field. From the meeting to the practice field, and seeing those guys just go to work, man. Seeing the wide receiver group change, get a little diverse, some different skill sets there. that's cool to watch. Obviously Hop's not gonna be there, man. Everybody loves him, but we got to get used to seeing some different guys catching some balls from Deshaun. Then it's cool. Some of those guys made a name for themselves. Obviously, their name is well spoken for. So it's the best thing I said about the whole offense, man, is not only the wide receiver group, but every position group over there, man, is really good. And the offensive line is the biggest surprise because of those guys just being healthy and, having everybody healthy and, sticking together and making some plays up front. All of those guys, man, from left tackle to the right tackle, everybody plays, everybody's healthy, everybody's been getting through this camp healthy. So obviously that's one of the biggest things on our offense is how explosive every group is and how healthy the team is.
So you brought up the offensive line. I mean, what does it mean now going, back-to-back camps, the first time returning all 5 starters, back-to-back seasons? The offensive line has gotten a major overhaul with Tunsil and Sharping. Nick Martin had a great season last year, Fulton, and then obviously Titus. What is the biggest difference you've seen going against them last year to going against them this year?
I mean, the biggest difference is, man, is those guys, fit in the system well, and they understand what their job is. And once a pro understands what his job is, man, he's hard to get beat. So, those guys, just like defensive line, man, offensive line is just poetry in motion, man. We all got to be on the same path. We all got to be doing the same thing. We all got to be communicated together. And since them being healthy, they all got the chance to do that, and it's showing.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, last question, and it has to be asked. Deshaun Watson is just this amazing person, amazing leader, amazing man. And then you take those 3, which is just that's what you want in a person. Then you add amazing quarterback. What is it like having Deshaun Watson in the locker room? And then what is it like watching him on Sundays?
Man, it's a joy, y'all. There's a lot of quarterbacks top 5 quarterbacks. A lot of players don't come across. You talk to some players and some coaches who they have had at quarterback, and it can get pretty scary. So I'm pretty thankful for my quarterbacks I've had in my past and my current quarterback now. So once we get a big stop on defense and we get to see those guys go out there, see Deshaun, play this dude what he's been doing his whole life. Him in his Clemson days, to see it, have it be your teammate, man. It's really a joy. You get to see a guy go out there and do the same thing he's been doing. You don't really see that in certain times in your career when you're a player. So to see him actually, progress, get better, be on this big stage, make big plays, and see him, his names in the lights and stuff like that, as it should, it's just a real joy.
I need you to shut down the narrative that Deshaun Watson cannot succeed without DeAndre Hopkins. I'm so tired of hearing that. It makes no sense to me.
No, man. I mean, he will succeed. I'm his teammate. You know what I'm saying? I want him to succeed, and he will succeed. A lot of times it's just a lot of BS is put out. A lot of opinions. Only thing that cures all of that is winning. And once we win and we keep winning and hopefully bring a championship to the city, man, that narrative will change, and everybody be happy.
Yeah, uneducated opinions, in my opinion, that come that way. They
Yeah.
got the blue checks, so people tend to pay attention. Awesome, Brandon. Before we go, anything else you want to tell the fans? Kickoffs in literally 9 days. Anything else you want to tell the fans about the upcoming season that we may have missed?
Man, tune in, man. I know nobody's gonna be allowed at the game, the first home opener, but trust me, you guys are with us, man. We're working hard right now. Guys is locked in. They understand, man, what Kansas City means right now, and we're just ready to go, man. And hopefully you guys are ready to see us and cheer us on, watching your TVs, man. Everybody staying safe and practicing social distancing, man. So that way we can give you guys a W on the home opener.
Absolutely. All right, Brandon Dunn, happy birthday to your daughter. I hope she has a great birthday. I hope you get to spend it with her.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
And thank you for coming on the show. We'll talk soon.
Man, no problem, man. Thanks for having me.